Alright, guys, I'm going to show you a trick here why, I'll say politely to one of my critics, combat boots all restrict your movement. Actually, I believe in doing the shit bare feet too. Here's why. And while these are not steel-toed boots, reason why I actually prefer steel-toed boots, but you should be able to do it in all kinds of shoes and even boots, some of these things. The reason being, if you're at lunch break at a particular job anyway, like some jobs I had to do, there's a 1 hour lunch break. What the fuck you gonna do with a 1 hour lunch break? Go and smoke breaks like everybody else, when you can be doing other things that actually better yourself in the job, and at the same time show people why, without actually saying so, you can be flipping the bird without flipping the bird, and an innuendo of anybody has a problem with you, go just fucking try it. You know what I mean? But anyway, like say doing a push-ups in steel-toed boots, unlike even these boots. These have a little give to them, but when you have steel-toed boots, even if you do a push-up with bent knees and wrong, you're not getting out of pushing that weight. It's a good thing, and you want to do the bent thing, you know, you can jump up and down, or there's that push-up where you can do the, people call different names of it, a cobra, because it strengthens different things like the chest and all that, and say you're climbing up a wall and pushing out and climbing over a wall. But the other thing that you strengthen yourself gradually, move your legs, do it more confidently. Steel-toed boots are kind of like hooves, and so are your hands, see? And then you walk. You can take a wide step, or say you do this for a long time, you can actually feel it in your chest and your stomach. Even if you do it with your knees bent, do it on purpose like in a cobra pose. It's what I like to do to be passive-aggressive with the evolution crowd and piss off the religious fanatics that, unlike the more, would you say, conservative, athletic Christians that have the right to bear arms, you got these not just regressive liberals, you got regressive conservatives that, you know, want to go around with these skinny little arms and these t-shirts and shorts, and anything you do to get strong is either satanic, or the non-religious crowd says it's some kind of wrong. I laugh my ass off, but then you can, then while you're doing this, you can do the push-up, or you can do a bunch of this. A whole session of nothing but this. Then do a whole session of push-ups. A whole session of just staying like this and hold it. Nothing but this. A whole session of nothing but standing here and holding it. Then, you know what, you can jump up and down. And to getting up a squat like this, different variations of that, with or without weight, because the reason why, whether you use a kettlebell or work-related objects, make it easier. And not just regressive liberals and regressive conservatives hate it. The leftists, whether you want to call them soy boys, beta males, that everybody makes fun of on YouTube, they look at you kind of nuts, like, want to make it a wrong. And oh, and then some of your, not to be against all workplace bosses, but some of them want, and your peers at the workplace with different political views, what they are is some of them want obedient workers. They want you to be tired and miserable. And then even though you take a drug test, they know fucking well that some people after the drug test, they drink, they smoke their smoke breaks. And they want you to do all the drink and smoke, and even though you pass the drug test, and they know you do it in your own time, They want you to be obedient and dependent on, say you have a wife and 3 or 4 kids and smoke pot on the sides and you can't wait to have that drink because the 3, 4 kids are driving you nuts or whatever the hell, but they want you to be miserable, you know what I'm saying? And they don't really like it if you do a job too well in the workplace, and that's why, I'll tell you a boring ass story. I had a bunch of friends, but teaching friends did a little bit of things about certain things in the workplace about fitness. I have a long ass story that I'll redo because I have it on my YouTube, but it might be too long and boring even for my trolls to get it. But worked at a glass factory where half the place was women, some of them with tattoos and all that, and they had to do heavy work anyway. They were doing it, and admirable, and then nobody cared what I was doing in my before the shift and during lunch break in my own time. But all of a sudden, when they find out the reasons, people, the authorities, some bosses, and some of the people that don't really associate with you one way or another, some people on the internet, you got the soy boy, the leftist, you got the regressive liberal, you got the opposite trait of you got the regressive conservative that's the opposite trait of the Christian, right to bear arms Christian that everybody is scared of on the other side, but you got the regressive conservative too on the other side that the right to bear arms, physically fit, you know, conservative flag bearing, look at them like they're nuts for good reasons. When you got the regressive conservative as bad as the leftist, and just as bad as the soy boy, and just as bad as the beta male, because they're both alike in a sense. The difference between the regressive liberal, leftist, yada yada is one uses religion to say anything that looks like yoga or flexibility or strength from the core is satanic. It comes from an evil power. And the other side, it ain't religious. Oh, it's challenging and confrontational against what they want to establish as authority. The bunch of hooligans you see in the other city with sticks and busting windows and whatnot. But and anyway, yeah, you got the different everything from getting up quicker and the one-legged lunge, no matter how sloppy it is. The fact that you can do something in a workplace like easily. That's the idea, you know what I mean?